Hello, storytellers. Welcome to Storytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida Story, and I am so excited to be with you today. I'm really excited about this reading because we're going to look at what you need to shed to prepare for the newness coming into your life. So I'm excited because it is almost springtime. It's getting warmer and more beautiful outside, and we're noticing the beginning rumblings of life from nature and the plants and the animals. And so my husband came across some shed snakeskin in our yard, which as a hoodoo, I was very excited to see this, but it made me start to think about us, the collective, and the things that we should be shedding as well as we prepare for the season ahead. And so that's why I'm wanting to do this reading today. So let's go ahead and get into these messages. We have a brand new deck that I'm so excited about, and that is how we're going to choose our chapters today. Chapter 1 is Mother God, Miracles in Motion. Chapter 2 is The Unknown, the Enigma. And chapter 3 is the High Priestess, Intuition and Knowingness. So take a moment to look at the cards closely, choose the number that is calling to you. And as I always say, if you are called to more than one card, then maybe you have more than one message. And I encourage you to watch as many messages as you need. All right, so let's get into it. Let's see what you need to shed this season as we move into what's up ahead. Let's get started with chapter 1. Hello, my chapter 1s. Welcome to your reading. We're looking at what you need to shed this season. All right, so you chose the beautiful Mother God. I'm going to bring that up so we can look at that even closer. Oop, there we go. Stunning. Love this. Miracles in Motion. So we're going to put that card to the side for now. And we're going to get some tarot cards out here. I'm going to get like 3 cards here for what you need to shed. And yes, one of my cards has a black mark on it because my child got to my deck, but I just say that it's decorated. Okay. I think that is the Star reversed. That is the Hermit reversed. Oh. And we have the Page of Hearts or the Page of Cups reversed. Let me see. Let me move the cards over so we can read. There's a bit of a glare. Maybe I can move it down. Yeah, now we can read it. Okay, so I'm going to bring the cards up because they have proverbs on them. So this is the Star reversed. It says Ireti. Confiding a secret to an unworthy person is like carrying grain in a bag with a hole. And I think I said that this was the Hermit reverse, but this is actually upright. And it says, he who learns teaches. And the last one is the Page of Cups. I think this is reversed. Yeah, this is reversed. And it says the soul, it says the love is born. The soul would have no rainbow if the eyes did not have tears. Wow. So I love this. So this is representing what you need to shed right now. So what's already standing out to me, chapter 1, is you have many dreams. Like you are like a dream incubator. You have so many dreams, wishes, and desires for yourself. And you also these are not just small dreams. Like these feel really, really big, right? But something is kind of stamping out your faith. The Star reverse speaks to us about the times that we are discouraged because of life circumstances. It speaks about the ways that the things that we've been working hard toward and trying to manifest and make shake just aren't working out the way that we thought they would. And sometimes that can cause a lack of faith. It can cause us to want to give up. It can cause us to want to stay down, to be in despair and depressed. And it can also, because we have the Hermit here, it can also make you feel like you want to just stay in isolation. Well, if it didn't work out, then maybe I'm just not qualified. Well, maybe I just need to keep studying. Maybe I just need to find another teacher. Maybe I just need to, go duck and hide, right? And then there's that temptation then with this Page of Cups to sink into your feelings and feel the weight of despair. We are aware that grieving is holy, and also we should not allow despair to drown out our dreams. Is it possible that we can hold both disappointment and desire? Spirit is saying that as we move into this next season, whenever you're watching this, you should not give up on your dreams. You should not give up on your gifts. You should not give up on your vision. You should not give up on your love. Because, as your oracle card says, miracles are in motion. Even when you don't sense it, even when you don't see it, and especially when you don't feel it, things are shaking. And so you are to shed your doubt. You are to shed your disbelief in yourself. You are to shake off the limited view of yourself and your vision. Remove that. Take it off. Because some of you are allowing your disappointment to actually lie to you about what you're capable of. Disappointment sometimes can have you sink into a little bit of delusion, self-delusion specifically. And so the star, when it's upright, speaks to us about hope and faith and healing and visibility, right? It speaks about a new day. So how then can you speak to the part in you that's disappointed? What life can you speak into yourself? How can you pull yourself out of the hermit's cave and allow yourself to be around others who can nourish you and your dreams? Because, baby, the spirit of Mother God says that whether you know it or not, whether you realize it or not, miracles are in motion right now. It's happening all around you. Just like these different planets are orbiting around Mother God, so much of your desires and your dreams and your visions, they're orbiting around you too. Don't give up on what you have planned. Don't give up on yourself. This is not the time for that, because you are actually on the precipice of something very beautiful. So hold on. Hold on. I mentioned this briefly earlier, but some of you are stuck on this hamster wheel of, okay, perfectionism. If it's not working out this way, then let me go try to figure it out this way. If it's not going XYZ and I needed to go ABC, then maybe I just need to read another book. Maybe I need to go to another class. Maybe I need to go to a different guru. The answer right now is to believe in yourself. That's the ticket. Believe in yourself and believe in your dream and get back to it. Yeah. Okay. So I want to pull just a couple of tea leaves, and then we'll be done with your reading. I just want to know, as you are shedding these things, what we can expect for you. As we are shedding these things, what can we expect for my chapter ones? Oh, dropped it. We have Claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Shield. You need to defend yourself. Okay. And we have Hammock. Taking a vacation, physically or mentally. Dog barking. Advice from a friend. And you have Scissors. Disappointment in some affair. So from this, what I'm seeing is, as you start to shed, as you start to use these scissors to start cutting away at the fear and the doubt, right? and you open yourself up, you start to, I said this earlier about the Hermit card, you start to allow yourself to have people speak into you, to give you life, to give you inspiration, right? And then you can rest. You can have more faith in what you are working toward. You can have more faith in yourself, and then you don't have to, it won't be taking up all that mental space anymore. I will say here with the claw and the shield, you need to, the page of cups is important here, and it's because you need to defend the dreamer in you, right? The page of hearts, I usually say, is baby. It's always the baby of the deck, and it's also just the part of you that hopes, the part of you that loves, the part of you that's open and spontaneous, right? As the card says, a love is born. So that part of you needs to be defended at all costs. It's almost like, this card about being careful, don't take risks. When I think about a baby that's swaddled, you have to hold the baby's neck when a baby's first born, because they don't have enough muscles in the neck, enough strength to hold their own head. And so, you have to always make sure that when you're handling this baby, that you're gentle, that you're tender. And so that is the way. So it says, be careful, don't take risks. Don't pick up a baby with like those claws. I know it's making me think of the claw in the they showed them in Toy Story, but they're always in the arcades, try to pick up the toy with the claw. That's not how you should be handling your dream. Don't pick up your dream carelessly, right? When you're in the energy of the star reversed, you don't want to be harsh and rough. You want to be tender with yourself, right? That's healing energy that's necessary. And so if you have been bruised, if you have been hurt and disappointed, if you have been rejected in any way, just be careful. Be careful in picking yourself up, and then do what you can to shield yourself. I love that the scissors are here that speaks about disappointment. And I spoke about disappointment. And what does it mean then for disappointment that doesn't cause us to sink into despair, but how are we able to hold disappointment and desire together? That's going to be key for you as you are shedding the disbelief and shedding the fear and shedding the need to know more in order to move forward, the need to be validated by other folks. You know what you're doing. Mother God is here to say miracles are in motion. It's happening all around you. You just need to believe and jump in. All right, my chapter ones, I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter twos. Welcome to your reading. We are going to look at what you should be shedding in this season as you prepare for what's ahead. And I'm so excited to be reading for you today. You have chosen the Unknown card, Enigma. I'm going to pull it up so you can see this beautiful card. Just stunning. So much is going on. I would love if you could leave me a comment if you chose this chapter and tell me what stands out to you about this card. What symbols stand out to you? Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to your reading. We're going to pull 3 cards to just look at what needs to be shed, what you need to be shedding this season. Okay. And as I shuffle, you may see a card that has black markings on it. There it is. My child got to my deck. And so it's a little decorated, but it still works. Still works. Spirit, what do my chapter twos need to be shedding at this time? What do they need to be shedding? We have the 2 of Hearts reversed. We have, E-Ray. That is the Sun reversed. And let's get one more. Ooh. Any of these? We'll take this one. And we have the Ace of Swords. I'm going to move this around just so we can read the card. I'm going to pull them all up because they all have wonderful proverbs on them. So for your 2 of Hearts reversed, if I can pick it up. Your 2 of Hearts reversed, it says, do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. for Ire, this will be the sun reversed. It says, a canoe does not know who the leader is when it turns over. Everyone gets wet. And you have the Ace of Blades, which says, clarity, your mind is like a parachute. It only works when it is open. Ashe. Love this. So, let's talk about what you need to shed at this time, chapter 2. When I think about the Two of Cups and the sun reversed, I think about people who are in your life, who love your love, who love your life, who love just being around you because you're the sun, because you're bright, because you're vivacious, because you're a good time, because you made them feel good. And yet something in them makes them dislike you for it. It's like they love you, but they don't like you. And even as I say that, like I feel like this pressure in my chest, because I don't know if it's coming as a surprise to you or if it's completely new to you. But chapter 2, you are very powerful, very useful. And I don't mean as a tool to be used by people, but in the spirit realm, you are one that the spirits want to work with. Your guides are like, I'm just getting a picture of like these guys, and it could be, look, it has a lot to do with this card here, because like what I saw was two, not the two spirits in this picture, but in my mind's eye, it was like you walking around and there being like these two beings just with you all the time, because you just have, like I said, like you're the sun, you have this light about you, right? And everybody can see it. Everyone wants to be around it. And yet there are some people who come around because they're trying to figure you out and they want what you have. It's very much so evil eye. And so Spirit is saying you need to shed these connections and relationships because it's getting in the way of your clarity. It's getting in the way of your sense of self, whether you know it or not. Because it seems like, a lot, evil eye is energetic. The shedding that has to happen for you, chapter 2, you actually have to cleanse off. You have to up your spiritual hygiene at this time, because it's not that people are like sending things to you, but they're just watching you really hard. There's something about your light. It attracts light and it also attracts jealousy. And so something that I say often is everybody who comes to you ain't called to you. Everybody who comes ain't called. And so there are some people around you right now who are not called to you, but they're there because they gain something from you. But you are not supposed to be an endless well to give to people, especially if their motive is to siphon until you are dry. The only thing that you can do, reading is not to scare you or to even, cause you to, start to go into a tailspin. The point is to give you the clarity that you need. It's so funny that you chose the unknown, but you stand here as someone with clarity, right? You stand here, you have the Ace of Blades, which is saying you already know. You already know. Because the sun reverse speaks about someone raining on your parade. It's like something as subtle as, say you are a business owner. I'm just going to give a random example. So let's say you have a flower shop. You're online, someone on the timeline or asking, where can I get like fresh flowers? Where is a local florist? Is some of these people around you are the type of folks who will be like, oh, I don't know who you should go to. Or someone might be saying, hey, I know so-and-so has a flower shop. I think I'm going to go check them out. Some of these people who are around you, chapter 2, will be like, oh no, I don't think you should go there. Go into the grocery store. They actually have some good, it's like people trying to affect your money. People are trying to affect your success. People trying to gently bend people's opinion of you. Again, it's like frenemy energy. Like they say they love you, but they don't like you that much. Spirit is saying clear that energy out. And because you're so intuitive, chapter 2, I'm sure you already kind of know who I'm speaking about. And if you don't know, it will become very clear to you. You'll start to notice people moving differently, especially because you're about to move into a lot of blessings. Even if the sun is reversed, it's still the sun. It's the way that your charisma. It's the way that you show up in the world. It's the way that you gallivant. It's the way that you flip your hair. It's the way that you smile. It's the way that you laugh. It's the way that you make other people laugh. Oh, they just really can't stand it. So you just need to remember you are the sun. If you're just feeling discouraged right now and just unsure about who you are, what you bring, what you're capable of, why you're needed in this world, it could be because of the confusion in the relationships that are around you. So cleanse yourself off. Go to your ancestors. Go to your altar and ask for clear direction, because you are about to move into a beautiful season, chapter 2. And you don't need them people having that kind of proximity to you. This card says split. 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 Do not look where you fell, but where you slipped. Don't look where you fell. Look at who laid the trap so that you could fall. Look at who whispered things. Look at who tried to sabotage. Look at who was talking about you. Because as long as you remember who you are, as long as you stay connected to you, to your spirits, to your vision, to your dream, to your purposes, they're not going to stop no show. But still, you do need to cleanse your space, cleanse your aura, cleanse yourself, so that you can move forward without any blockages and obstacles. Okay, so as you do the shedding, I want to see what other messages we can get. What's coming in for my chapter 2s as they remove the shedding? What else can we hear? Ooh, drop the card. You have bow. What did I say? You are highly thought of. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Let's see. I think I want to get, like 4. Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. You are the diamond. I want you to know that. Point blank, period. September may be an important month for you as you're moving through. Okay, I don't know why, but I feel called to do this one. And June may be important for you. And marriage. Okay, well, I mean, it's kind of on the nose. So some of y'all, I don't know if some of y'all are having like weddings in September or June, attending weddings in September or June, or maybe you're getting engaged. There's a diamond and there's a marriage. So this might not be for everybody, but it's definitely for somebody. There's a union, and it could be that's one of the things that people are jealous about, your relationship. One more card, love. There's a lot of love coming your way. I would say too, because this is here, I would say sometimes this can even speak to there being tension in your romantic relationships. So this card could be saying to shed that relationship. Now, you did not hear Jeida say that I'm saying you got to break up. But what I'm saying is, if you are in a relationship, friendship, whatever type of relationship it is, whatever form it comes, and you know that people are trying to rain on your parade, Spirit is saying, address it. Cleanse that energy off of you. And remember, though, you are the sun. And for those who are like, eek, marriage, not into that, marriage can also just be a union. So what's really beautiful here is that you could have, as you are shedding any friendship, relationship, connection that doesn't feel aligned for you at this time, Spirit can be bringing in beautiful business partnerships, romantic partnerships, friendships, Marriage and these rings can also be unions, commitment, right? So I really love this for you, chapter 2. I love this for you. You just need to remember to lean into the unknown. This also can speak to being in connection with your unknown ancestors. So, who are the ancestors and spirits that you need to be calling upon? Who can help you? Who are the ancestors who are in favor of your purposes and destiny and want to be a part of your journey? I can already tell you, based off these cards, they think very highly of you and they want to give you things worth more than precious metals, gold, and diamonds. All right, my chapter 2s, I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Hello, my chapter 3s. Welcome to your reading. This is about what you need to be shedding in this season to prepare you for what's ahead. And you chose the High Priestess, which is about intuition and knowingness. Baby, you be knowing is what they're saying. I love this beautiful card. I'm just putting it up so you can see. Please tell me what symbols stand out to you. Leave me a comment. Let me know what stands out to you in this card. All right. Let's get into the cards. We're going to get 3 cards to ask what you need to be shedding at this time. If you see a card with black marks like that one, my little one decorated my deck, but it still works. And so we're going to still use it. All right, Spirit, what do my chapter 3s need to be shedding at this time? We have the 6 of Hearts. So I can't remember what the black card is, but they are saying to pull that one. So I'm trying to find it. Yeah, they said to pull that one. The King of Hearts. One more card. This one. And the King of Clubs. Wow. Okay, so I'm actually going to move these around so that we can read them because they do have these really nice African proverbs on them. So, 6 of Hearts, it says, "Pass what you help a child to love can be more important than what you help him to learn." Love that. It's about the past. We have the King of Hearts. The King of Love, it says, "What the eye has seen, the heart never forgets." And we have the King of Clubs, the King of Fire, and it says, "Together we are rock." What I'm getting from these 3 cards is it definitely feels like with the 6 of Cups and these 2 Kings, like some type of relationship. It feels like a grudge might be existing here. And it feels like this grudge is keeping you, chapter 3, from moving into your most loving and most creative self. There's something that happened to you or happened in your life or happened around you. There's just something that impacted you deeply. And Spirit is wanting you to shed these things. Particularly because what I'm kind of seeing in my mind's eye is like I see a heart with cobwebs on it. So they're saying we understand. Okay. Come through, Spirit. So those of y'all who are hoodoos, and if you're not hoodoo, you may be Southern and you may have heard this, but I come from midwives, which is why I call myself the mystical midwife at times. And my great grandmother, Mary Bell, and her sister Vera were midwives. And my father tells me a story of how they would use cobwebs to stop bleeding. It's interesting that I just saw this heart with these cobwebs covered over it. It feels like the initial incident, the initial pain point, the initial wound, the bleeding is done. The cobwebs were used to pack the wound and to stop the bleeding so that you could live, so that you could survive, so that you could get to this point. And what it feels like is you are not the person that you were when you were first hurt. And yet it feels like there are more and more and more cobwebs being added to this heart wound. The Spirit is saying there's the bleeding is done. Not that the pain is gone. Because how many know that even when you have a scratch, there's still, it still can be tender to touch. And so it doesn't mean that there's not more healing to be done. Some mechanisms are not the best thing, the best way to heal, the best way to progress. And so the ways that you have been moving through this particular pain point, they were satisfactory before, but they may not be necessary now. The way that you may have been tending to that thing was great when it first happened. But now they're saying to shed that particular method, that particular coping mechanism, whatever it was, it's time to move on now. It's almost like if you get hurt and perhaps you need stitches. And when you first get to the doctor, they just continue to clean it. They continue to clean you, sanitize, and do all the things that is necessary before they move on to the next portion of your care. Imagine if you needed stitches and they just say, we're just going to clean it. Come back tomorrow. And you come back the next day and they clean it. And then they send you home. And then they say, come the next day. And you come back a third time. And they say, we're going to clean it. And at some point, you're going to be like, listen, y'all need to do something because every time you send me home, I am at risk of more damage. This is going to continue to affect me because it's not going to be able to heal because I need additional care. I need something else. So that's what I'm saying. It's not like Spirit is saying, oh, baby, that happened and you get over it. At least that's not what I'm feeling. I feel like there's a particular way that maybe you've been going about it or moving through this particular pain point, whatever this is, something that's happened. And Spirit is saying it's time to move past the initial answer, the initial response. You need more care because it's affecting your relationships and your creativity. It's affecting your sense of personal power. And so what are the things that you need most at this time? How can letting the past ways go help you move forward? What are the new skills and the new tools and technologies? What are the new ways that you can tend to yourself and honor yourself as you move forward? Because just like the King of Love card says, what the eye has seen, the heart never forgets. And so Spirit knows whatever has happened, whatever's gone on, they're not saying to shed what happened or to shed the memory. But there is an old way that is not suitable, nor is it healthy for you. And I'm not going to lie, for some of you, what's coming through is some of y'all need to release this idea or identities that were placed on you by authorities in your life, men in your life. Part of that is necessary so that you can be your own person, be in your own divinity. Okay, so let's get some tea leaves and then we will close out the reading. Spirit, as my chapter 3 shed this, what else can we expect? Ooh. Whoa, you saw that? Happiness. Ashe. Ashe. Yes, yes. That's what we want for you. That's what we want for you. Happiness, especially when if you've been dealing with like hard relationships and pain, abuse, those types of things. That's kind of what I was feeling, right? First, and even if it's not anything that you can think of specifically, we are all victims of patriarchy. We've all been battered by these systems, right? And that will also try to put its identity on you. So Spirit is saying, shedding this, finding new ways to move through your healing or progressing your healing journey, regardless of what was done to you, that is going to lead you to happiness. Let's see what else. Woo, baby. Baby, it said the blessing is going to lead you to your money. So it's not just happiness, it's prosperity. Wow, 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 wow. This is calling to me love. Love will find you. Love will find you. Wow. Wow, my chapter 3s. Spirit said, baby, double for your trouble. Whatever you have gone through, this purple one standing out to me. Whatever has been December, expect something powerful to happen in December. It's giving like if these two kings represent anyone in your family, and I know December is holiday time, and it can be a place that causes even adults to revert back to children depending on who's present at the holiday table. I feel like by December, you're going to do these things. You're going to shed what needs to be shed. You're going to shed off old ways and old thinking, right? And you're going to step into your full power. Baby, by the end of this year, Spirit is saying something, you're going to be brand new. You're going to be brand new, and you're not going to let anybody to have more power over you than, take these cards. Okay, no. But this one in my hand is like calling me. July. Okay. Something's going on for y'all in July as well. Let's get, what do we have on the table? 5. Let's get like one or two more. One or two more, Spirit. What do you have for my chapter 3s? One or two more. Look at that. Someone working against you behind your back. And that makes sense. If we're talking about people who are, as you are shedding what has been put on you, of course they're going to be trying to figure out what's going on, but it's not even going to matter. It's not. Look at that. This is why. Because you are highly thought of. Your ancestors and your spirits, they got you. They can handle a rat. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing. Rats only come around when there's plenty of food. So as wild as it sounds, rats are attracted to abundance. So you just be you. Let your ancestors ward off the ones who don't mean you well. I actually want to pull a card. Let me pull one more card in this rat. Spirit, can you tell me how are the ancestors of those in chapter 3? How are they gonna handle these rats? You have the key. Ooh. Now this is so funny because it's the high priestess again. It says, it's reversed. Knowledge without wisdom is like water in the sand. So when I see the high priestess reversed like this, honestly, truly, you're gonna don't laugh now. When the high priestess is reversed, it's hiding something, and it is going to be revealed. So your enemies will be exposed. That's how your ancestors are going to fight. They're going to be on the Jumbotron, chapter 3. They won't be able to hide. There will be no place for them to run. Everyone will know. Everyone will know. And so I love that this is the card that you chose was exactly the weapon that your ancestors plan to use. Intuition and knowing. And so if you think that people got away with something, that they were able to mistreat you or harm you and nothing ever became of it, no, your ancestors are on the case. So they said, shed the old way. You don't have to keep repeating the same methods. They don't work anymore. Do more than just wash the wound. Stitch your heart back together again. Remove the cobwebs that you no longer need. And in the words of a CeCe Winans song that I love so much, let's stop where we are and skip to the healing part. All right, my chapter 3s. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.